my name is Charlie Paris. I'm a business major here at Cabrini College and graduating in May 2015.
So my name is Lauren Height. I'm a senior communication major and graphic design minor here at Cabrini College. And in addition, I'm also the art director and the website developer for ServingFoodSolutions.com, which was the Senior Honors Convergence Project, which circled around American food insecurity.
According to Feeding America, in 2013, 49.1 million Americans lived in food insecure households.
Through our project with ServingFoodSolutions.com, we asked a lot of people this question when we were doing our initial interviews, and what seemed to be like kind of the baseline definition of what food insecurity is when you don't necessarily know where your next meal is coming from. So this can differ from hunger because a lot of people think the two are, well, they are synonymous, but there is a differentiation between the two. Food insecurity is not knowing where your next meal is coming from, and hunger is a result of it.
I had gotten a new roommate who didn't have the right finances to live in my house, so he couldn't pay everything, so I helped him with his rent, which ended up cutting into my budget for my foods, like my groceries and everything, so I was unable to go to the store and buy everything that I needed. So I had to kind of cut back in certain areas, like steak and chicken, so I had to cut back and go with like rice and tuna.
While this is a global issue, a lot of the times when people say hunger, your initial reaction is like a third world country. But I think it's important to know that this is a problem within our own backyard. 1 in 4 Philadelphians is food insecure. So that's something I think to keep in mind as an eye-opener, that chances are that while you're sitting in your gen ed class with 30 kids, there's a high probability that at least 1 or 2 of them or their families are suffering from this issue. So,
being 4 hours from home, I live in Virginia, and so it's not a very easy drive to go home and have like a Sunday dinner or like go home for a weekend like a lot of college students do. So that kind of created more food insecurity because I couldn't just go home and like ask for money or get fed. So I'd have to kind of figure it out on my own. Like I got a job at the Dixon Center. I enlisted in the Army a couple of years ago to also like give myself some extra like spending money. But sometimes it gets tough because with rent and utilities and everything, groceries and dog food, it all kind of adds up really quickly, and then I'm out.
Some people might have, a part-time job here and a side job here, but if they don't have that steady job, then therefore they might not have the income level and then end up on SNAP. If you imagine trying to go to a grocery store, you essentially have $21 for the entire week. While as, if we go to Jasmine's or Sandella's, like one meal can cost us nearly $7.
So having roommates actually really adds a stress to my budget, to the food insecurity, especially because I know that they feel the food insecurity as well because they don't have the money to go out and buy groceries, but they assume that I do because I have a job. So they don't think about it, that it's actually like affecting my budget and like my food security.
20% of households that Feeding America helps has a member that has served in the U.S. military.
I had a Christmas party for drill weekend instead of actually having a 2 or 3 day drill, so I didn't get paid as much. I had to pay for dog food, my own food, and then my roommates would start to eat it all. So I finally figured out that that's what's happening and started budgeting better. I would go to the grocery store and pick out like the cheaper foods that were still somewhat like healthy. And which was hard to do because all like organic food and everything like that is all very expensive because of how clean it is. But
so a lot of the causes of food insecurity in America, there are certainly factors that contribute to each thing. So whether it is this food waste problem, which is more like a national problem that one individual can't directly cause, economic standing can be a problem for someone who's food insecure.
With having an education, I absolutely believe that my food security will definitely improve because I will have a higher paying job. I'll know about the struggle that I've been going through for the past couple of months, and I know how to budget better so that I don't run into any instances where I'm out of food.